Instructions! Let's avoid those. We live by our own rules, right? Okay, everybody, welcome to Sinespace, a virtual platform in both VR and desktop. And I am in the particular word Miro Shot. Miro Shot. Excuse me, that's M-I-R-O Shot HQ for those who want to visit. I am here. Well, at the moment, sorry for the lag. At the moment, I am here, just looking around the space. Have some minutes to kill. You always have to peek behind the curtain, and then get stuck there. Oh my. Okay. All right. So as I try to work my way out of this inadvertent escape route, I'll just say that this is the Mirror Box book tour. I'm on my way to an auditorium that I found in the place. So yeah, I don't have a lot of experience in Sinespace, and I do not know many people who frequent it. But I do know them to have a community, a very active community, and many rich, highly I don't know. Dynamic, aesthetically pleasing, you name it. A lot of good adjectives to go around. But Sinespace, it looks very nice at first glance. Oh, VR booth. Oh god, if only it worked. So yeah, no, I at first glance take it to be kind of a Second Life, but Second Life light, in that it doesn't have all the features of the other VR platform. And yeah, that might be a good thing for some, because there's less commitment, less learning time, and so forth. So people can more casually jump in, experience the space, socialize, put on a change of clothing, and get out. So, and that's good enough for many people, actually. But yeah, here we are, auditorium. There's my seating. And we're gonna sit down and do this reading. So, let me sit down. Sit down. Very good. All right. What we're going to do today is a reading that's really towards the end of the book, Mirror Box. This book tour has been going on for a couple of months now, but I did take an extended break in the middle there. I had a lot to do. Paid work and so on, but I have no more paid work blocking my path, so I'm able to pursue my art and come read in this auditorium. So, doing an aerial view of the reading. Yeah, I'm gonna fire this cameraman. Okay. So what I'm going to read is right at the end, when Orson, the protagonist of the story, has been kidnapped and he's doing a very peculiar type of training. So, if I could try to explain the lead up, but you just have to take it at face value that this makes sense, and the book had been leading up to this in a way. So here goes. This section is called Ants. As I was trying to make my phantom hand become a rabbit's foot, quite a wondrous and inspirational thing happened to me. I had the rabbit's foot keychain in the left hole and my stump in the right hole when I felt a distinct itch on the back of my left hand. Usually I'm too focused to experience itches, but this time it caught my attention and I looked down to see a black ant crawling over my knuckle. I reflexively lowered my head and blew the ant from the back of my hand, sending the insect to the floor where I never saw nor heard from it again. A short while later, I caught myself wondering how a humble ant had crawled into the cell. I hadn't seen an ant or any insect in that underground space for the time I'd been there. Then, in the more suggestive and potentially dangerous sense, I wondered why the ant was sent into my underground space. Inspiration sparked, and I thought of a new experiment. At the moment, I knew it was something beyond my ability, but I stowed the idea away for a later time. After my initial failure with the turtle, I felt the time had come for something new, to head for uncharted waters. I thought the Phantom should have mobility. It should be able to exist in places that extend beyond my wrist. It should have the mobility to walk around the room, look for mouse holes, go on blind dates, or do whatever Phantom ants do. Potentially, there are several approaches to this. But my idea to get the Phantom to associate itself with something that acts independently of my left hand, in this case an ant. I requested a jar of docile black ants and a pair of tweezers, and I received them the next morning. It was excruciatingly slow work, forcing me to do a double-length session the first day, but I patiently learned how to pick up an ant with a pair of tweezers without killing it, and steer an ant that's crawling atop my hand through slow rotations and adjustment of the hand muscles. Some might think the process is itchy, but I learned long ago that if an itch or a fly is pestering you, ignore it and it will cease to be a problem. I didn't mind the ants. In truth, I learned to enjoy the interaction with my little friends, and I'm seriously considering an ant circus to do in my free time. Individually, I would allow the ants to roam about the contours of my hands, gently directing them when necessary. After a space of several minutes, I would lower my hand to the floor of the mirror box, allowing the ant to crawl off and across it. After some time spent wandering, I would pick it up with the tweezers and start the process all over again. With regards to the Phantom, the activity was very passive. I couldn't easily divide my attention between Phantom movements and ant movements, so I merely watched the events in the mirror, hoping that the crawling sensations would transfer onto the Phantom. I spent 3 long days at the task, but finally, it did. The Phantom tuned in slowly to the presence of the little ant feet crawling across the skin. It took a few hours, but the Phantom ant was finally felt as the material one. At first I had to be looking in the mirror, but eventually I was permitted to turn away. Alright, thank you for listening to the end of this video. Yeah, sorry, it was an incredibly short section. And yeah, I just wanted to try out a new part. So, yeah, sorry if it was... sorry if it was dry. But anyway, I'll be doing another reading on the, what day? The 26th of March. So it should be the day after or the day of the release of this video in Tivoli Cloud VR. And there will be quite a crowd there. So as far as I know, the creators are meant to show up, so it should be fun. I have only 2 more dates after that, finishing on the 28th in Neos VR. So that'll be it. So I hope you've enjoyed these videos and readings so far, and I hope if you're watching this on time, you can come to the events. Otherwise, my very very faint, my very faintest but dearest hope is that you'll think of perhaps buying a mirror box through one of the retailers. They're all available on the store. So see y'all next time.